All right, let's talk about strength training and why strength training is important for fat loss. Now, why strength training is important for fat loss is number one, it's going to burn muscle for fuel if you do not strength train. Because as you continue to lose weight, your body needs a good reason to keep muscle on your body. If you do not continue to strength train with weights, there's no reason for your muscles to stay on. Your body doesn't need your muscles and it wants to hold on to body fat for survival. So it's going to continue to burn muscle for fuel instead of body fat. A lack of strength training will also decrease your resting metabolism, which causes weight regain. A lot of people lose weight, but then they regain it back. Your resting metabolism, your BMR, is responsible for 60% of the calories that you burn throughout the day. And what increases your BMR, what keeps it high, is your muscle mass that you have on your body. A lack of strength training will also make you weak, frail, and skinny. Usually when people want to lose weight, they want to lose body fat. They want to look good when they lean down. Now, oftentimes when people do not strength train and just continue to lose weight, people start asking them like, dude, are you sick? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? It's not that they're sick. It's just that they've lost all the muscle mass on their body and they look very frail. Now, what's important is also how you do your strength training. Strength training is important, but it's also how you do the strength training that's important. So, two things that you want to take into account. A few things you want to take into account here. Number one is progressive overload, which is increasing weight from workout to workout, increasing reps from workout to workout, slowing down the tempo of the movement, or improving your form. So these are all ways to progressive overload. And progressive overload, in simple terms, it just means make it harder. Make the workout harder every time you come to a gym. So if you lift 25 pounds for 10 reps on a chest press, next week when you come in, or next workout when you come in, try to beat it either by increasing the amount of weight you're using from 25 to 27.5 or 30 pounds, or you can increase the amount of reps. Say you did 10 reps last week. Now you want to shoot for 11 or 12. You can also, those are the two simplest ways to do it, increasing weight or increasing reps. Another way you could do it is also slow down the tempo of the movement. So instead of doing a chest press like this, where you're doing it with good form, you could also do a chest press, move it up, and then really control it, really slow it down on the way down, which is pretty good for body weight movements, because you can't really add weight to a body weight movement. So another way you could progress it is by slowing down the tempo of the push-up or whatever body weight movement you're doing. Another way is to improve your form. Now, your form should be dialed down before you start adding weight or reps. But if you've been spending some time in the gym, not even thinking about form, kind of just thinking, hey, as long as I feel it in the muscle, I'm good. Well, there's a lot more to it, right? So if you've been in the gym for a while, and if you really dial down your form and spend some time researching YouTube videos on how to lift the right way, maybe the best gains, that's the best way to progress. Out of all these ways I just mentioned, improving your form is the best way to progressive overload. Now, another exercise science variable you want to take into account is training close to failure. This is extremely crucial, because if you do not train close to failure, there's no reason your muscle should grow. So yes, you want to progressive overload, but you don't want to use like 5 pounds if you're a grown man using like 5 pounds to dumbbell curl, and then next week doing 7.5 pounds. You want to make sure you're training close to failure, which is when your muscles can't handle any more load. So if I'm doing a bicep curl and I'm going and I'm trying to squeeze out more, but my bicep just can't lift anymore and it completely gives out, that was failure. And you don't have to train all the way to failure, but you want to train about 1 or 2 reps away from that point. And what that's going to do is send a signal to your body that, hey, the muscle that we have right now, it's not enough for the load that's being consistently placed on us. So we need to tear ourselves down to get bigger. Like I said, you want to make sure your form is on point, because if you don't lift the right way, if you're not lifting with the right form, it just doesn't matter. I can't tell you how many people are doing rows or chest presses with their back arched like crazy and just throwing up the weight up and down and just using heavy weights, yet their muscles are not really growing. Or they're doing rows, right? Like cable rows like this, but they're moving their back, they're moving their hips, and they're just throwing it back with their shoulders. And I'm just thinking in my head, I used to make the same mistake, and I'm just thinking in my head like that's such a waste. You know, your back is getting very little stimulus. The point of a row is to work out your back, but they're just moving their arms just like this and then throwing their hips into it. And I'm like, bruh. Okay, next one is compound movements. You want to make sure you're doing compound movements. So if you don't like spending a lot of time in the gym, or you just, anyone, any beginner should be doing their compound exercises. And these are like a bench press, a shoulder press, a row, either a pull down or a pull up, some sort of squatting movement, some sort of hip hinging movement like a deadlift or Romanian deadlift or a good morning, and then a lunge, single leg movement, and then a carry. You include those 8 movement patterns into your workout, you're working a bunch of muscles at the same time. A compound movement is one that works out multiple muscle groups, multiple joints all at the same time, multiple joint movements. So you can do a chest workout, a shoulder workout, and a tricep workout, or you could do a bench press that works out your chest, your shoulder, and triceps all at the same time. Now, how many days per week should you lift? A lot of people have these questions. How many days per week? How long should I spend in the gym? Well, it all depends on how much muscle do you want to build. Now, if you're in a weight loss phase, fat loss phase, and you're like, dude, I just want to like look toned, I just want to lose weight, I know strength training is a key part of it, I don't really want to spend too much time in the gym, I don't care about big muscles, then I would do 3 days per week, 45-minute workouts, 60-minute workouts. As long as you're doing that and you're doing it the right way with progressive overload, training close to failure, lifting with good form, and using compound movements, you're going to be A1 solid. However, if you're like, dude, I want to lose fat, but I also want to look pretty muscular, I want the big old biceps, I want nice shoulders, I want a nice chest, I want that chiseled back, then I would recommend more days in the gym. If you're just starting off, even 3 or 4 days is great to start out for your first 6 to 12 months, and you can continue doing that for the rest of your career, training career. But say you're like 12 months in and you want to continue progressing, yeah, a 5th or 6th day might definitely help out. And if you're confused on what kind of strength training routine to start with, DM me free on Instagram at CoachXAli, and you're gonna get a free grocery list of the best foods for fat loss. You're gonna get a 3-day strength training routine on what you need to do at the gym. That's dumbbell and body weight only, so you can go into a corner of the gym. You don't have to learn how to use the machines. Go inside a busy gym. You could go into a corner, grab a pair of dumbbells. That workout routine will show you how to do that pretty much. And a weight tracker to log your weight, see weekly averages, and compare weekly averages of weight loss.